just getting started.
Day 4 of 117. When I saw this listing initially, there were a few figures that stood out. I've been on the hunt for every single old articulation figure, and this eBay package has brought me one step closer. This haul cost me £32 or around $43. It was on eBay. What I found in here was truly worth a lot more than £32. Firstly, we have the popping orange Flood Elite. It's in the combat form. You get a pair of these, and these are the first ones I've actually got. Next up here we have the cobalt blue Grenadier, and this is also quite special. He's from the Countdown set. There's actually two blue Grenadiers. There's the one from the Blue Series Falcon as well. So here is the Brown Mark V variant B Spartan. Most people would say that it represents Noble 6 from Halo Reach. Another new one for the collection is the Steel Grey Air Assault. This is just such a stunning figure. Honestly, I just love the colour against the arm piece as well, the visor. I think overall it's just an amazing figure. This usually comes with a jetpack, but unfortunately we didn't get one here. I did actually manage to find a reseller on eBay who was selling them from China, so I'm waiting for them and hopefully they're good quality. This Technician is actually from the Countdown set, but there's two other places that you can find them. Now here he is. I say I've already got one of these, but I'm very happy to have a second one. There's only 6 variations of Grenadier in the classic articulation, 6 in the same mould, and there's a couple extras if you account for the armour pieces like in the Spade set. And then lastly we have the UNSC Sergeant. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the head on this one. It doesn't look proportionate. It's nice to see that back in the day Halo Mega were trying their best to release new variations. Let's just set the scene. Cue the battle music. I mean, the Grenadier has to have a minigun. It doesn't look right without it. Now, for the Flood, we've actually got another figure here that I forgot to get some footage of, which is the original Flood from the Flood drop pod, and I'm still on my journey to collect the rest of the orange elites. As for the rest of the figures, I decided to have a bit of fun and put them on a battlescape. Some notable figures here include the Red Recon, the Countdown Halo Reach Marines, the unofficial Dutch ODST, the Series 4 Arctic Pelican pilot. Of course we've got the Cobalt Squad, which is formed of the Cobalt Combat Unit, accompanied by the Hazop from the Revenant attack. As for the Covenant, we start up with a pair of Silver Grunt miners. One's making a lucky break for the UNSC. Providing backup is a standard purple elite wielding the purple fuel rod cannon, which was from the Rhino set. Also found in the Rhino set, the yellow grunts. Now there's usually 2, but in this instance we've got 4. We have a red brute chieftain and a silver combat elite. Finally, a pair of crimson pilot elites, but one of them's not quite ready to fight. I think day 4 is about time that I share some details. First of all, my name's Sam, and I live near London. My reintroduction to Halo Mega was quite sudden. To cut the long story short, for the last 8 years my dad's had a boat in a marina, and this is where he lives. I've also got a boat in a marina, and I had my old Halo Mega collection stored inside his boat, and when it was having works done, the people who were working on it decided that they were going to reverse it into the water with the windows open, and long story short, everything inside got ruined. And then we managed to save some things, and I had my collection in boxes, but I'll be honest, since I was 13, 14 I hadn't touched them. So this was the time for me to sift through my old collection, and it reignited sparks. It made me find a video that I made with my twin when I was about 10, 11 years old, coming home from school, and it reignited something in me that this was a community that I wanted to be a part of and that I wanted to be able to get involved with. The first thing that I came across, the first issue, was that there was no central effort. There was lots of people doing things, but it was all very staggered, and the community was dependent on new releases because there wasn't any kind of organisation. And so I have done my best over the past year and a half to build up relationships with and a network with people in the community that would allow me to embark on this journey. What is this journey? So the idea that I've been working on and has finally come to fruition is a website under the domain halomega.com to stand for halomega.community, and this website would be an umbrella platform for the Halo Mega creators and sellers and consumers in general to be able to come together and to be able to, I think the goal here really is for me to be able to produce an app so that there's one place that everyone can go to within the community on their phone, and they're going to be able to access the stop motion shorts and a way to be able to find out minifigures, what they are, all the different archiving elements, the chat rooms and the communities, the selling, trading platforms with verified traders, all this kind of stuff. And this is something which I've proposed to an outsourced IT company who I've done work with before, and we've finally agreed now after half a year's worth of backwards and forwards that it's a go ahead. So this journey, this 117 journey, is perfectly timed to finish on January the 17th, and this journey is my way of getting to grips with content creation. It's to build an audience, it's to be able to bring some people together in the community to be able to produce some cool content that hopefully will reignite that spark again, and then we'll have a platform to be able to host that fire. I've got a few other side quests that are happening at the same time, but this is my focus for now, and there's going to be a lot of steps along the way where I'm going to be trying to find some people to help and to be able to actually engage as well. This isn't a project that I want to do by myself. I've reached out to a couple people already, so I'll keep things posted on here so people can keep up to date. But if you want to follow along the journey, then just make sure that you follow, you subscribe, keep up to date with what's happening. Feel free to send me a message if you want to get involved on a bigger level. That's me done.